morning. Welcome to 2019 Upper School Fall Sports Authority. Today we'll recognize 4 sports and 6 teams. The coaches will come up here and give you the highlights of the season, and give everyone a certificate, and then give their 2 award winners. If my voice is bothering you, or if my voice leaves me, I've got somebody to take my place. And if y'all can turn around and give a standing ovation to Mr. Tom Holliday, who's here. Is up there somewhere? It's a very successful season as far as the region and Final Four and state accomplishments, and even percentage of students' participation went up slightly. I want to make some thank yous before we get started. Starting to a very important group who meets, they volunteer, meet, discuss, listen, and they take care of us. And that is the Booster Club. We have some pictures up here that you might have seen, but gifts that they gave to us, the bus. They brought us a bus this year, very badly needed. We've had some challenges with that. They've given the coaches a shirt. We hadn't had those in a while. And they've got the tennis courts, the wind protectors up there with Augusta Prep on there that you see every morning. And then, of course, they're continuing the tradition of providing team shirts. But Booster Club is super important to y'all. If you're here, thank you. If we give them a round of applause too. Additional improvements, cross-country trail, the tennis court nets, and such. So that came from various places. And I'd also like to give thanks to Chris Gay and Joseph Lutz, that they helped me start the athlete/coach spotlight of the week. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Hopefully we keep that going. Special thank you to the sponsors. Make sure you thank them and use them any way possible. They're huge supporters. To the administration team, leadership team, for all their support, especially with my first year here. And to the teachers who go out there and support the students and support them in the classroom as well. Custodians, I think we all know we have the best custodians in the world. The bus drivers for their positive attitude and getting us to and from, again, even with some challenges here and there. The student section club, for all you do with the cheerleaders and coming up with themes and being at the game, supporting us. Coach Lutz and Coach Bailey for handling the gate, and to the parents and volunteers that help cover gate and the concession stands. In addition, thank you to my coaches, who all veterans who just have done a super job for me, and knowing that that they're there for me and not having to guide them, and just their strength that they carry on. And as well as Coach Holland, who I said before, he really does 99% of my work. Thank you for him. And to your student athletes, thank you for participating and all your hard work and dedication. And to the parents, thank you for letting your child play, and thank you for choosing prep. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. As I mentioned, got several teams and sports to recognize. We're going to start off with cheerleading. She's done a fantastic job with this over the years, along with the help of Miss Long, and that is Coach Jeannie Williams.
To celebrate a fantastic fall season for our varsity cheer squad. Before I introduce our squad, I do want to take just a moment to say some thank yous to Coach Batcher, our athletic director, Mr. Jives, our upper school division head, and Mr. Willard, our head of school. They were fantastically supportive throughout the season. We'd like to send big hugs to Miss Leela Stallworth, Jennifer Blanchard, and Sandra Blanchard for being our cheer mom representatives and taking amazing care of us throughout the season. And a big thank you not only to all of our cheer parents and grandparents, but also to the football coaches, players, and parents for your support at the games and special events, your sweet tokens of appreciation, and your constant words of encouragement. We love being a part of your team, and I know that every member of the cheer squad is proud to be spirit leaders here at Prep. So this year, our varsity cheerleaders started their season with a week-long summer camp featuring guest UCA instructors and a number of team-building activities. During camp this year, we decided to bring back stunting to the Prep cheer program. Most of our squad had no previous experience, but what they lacked in experience, they made up for with determination and enthusiasm. So during camp, we challenged the girls to evaluate their individual strengths and weaknesses, as well as our goals as a squad. And those 18 girls, they showed up and they did an awesome job. So I think if you were to ask them what they were most proud of though, they would probably say their leadership in the, creating the pep rally, just the preparation for the pep rally. I thought it was an awesome pep rally, it was a huge success, and we thank all the students who participated in the pep rally. And then most of all, I think, was just learning the challenging stunts that were required. It was a lot of strength, focus. We got them in the weight room. They didn't always smile when we were in the weight room, but they learned a lot, and they were happy and, I think, pleased with themselves once they accomplished it. So Coach Long and I are extremely proud of the hard work and dedication that these girls have put into every cheer, every dance, and every stunt. So thank you, girls, for making this season our best one yet. We're honored to acknowledge your efforts today. So please welcome to the stage our 2019 varsity cheer squad. We have our freshmen, Camille Mosier and Lila Pitcock. Sophomore members, Mary Margaret Barbie, Sage Connolly, Grace Ellis, Taylor Hunt, Ruthie Magruder, Sophia Pitcock, and Bella Richardson. Two juniors this year, we have Emmy Blanchard and Emma Kendrick. And we are very sad to say goodbye to 7 very special seniors. We love these girls. We've been with them for 3 years, and we're truly going to miss them this year. Miss Sosie Connolly, Captain Evan Kitchens, Victoria Pidcock, Ruth Roberts, Nina Shaver, Captain Anna Sims, and Captain Lucy Stalwart. We truly are so proud of their work this year, especially with adding stunting back into the program. They were always safe, always careful and cautious, and showed just true team dedication from start to finish. But we get to give 2 awards today, and we're excited to do that. And this year we decided to give 2 Coaches Awards. Our first Coaches Award goes to a special young lady. She is filled with enthusiasm and loves to laugh. But she also knows when to take things seriously in order to accomplish whatever the goal is that we may be working on. She works with her peers, both in practice and out of practice, as well as her coaches, to make sure that we stay on track and are putting together our best work. She takes the feedback that she's given and uses it to help her team continue to grow and be successful. Her thoughtfulness and positivity shine in everything she does. So this year's first Coaches Award goes to Miss Evelyn Kitchens. And our second Coaches Award goes to another exceptional young lady who knows how to come up with an idea and execute it. She's a natural-born leader, and this shows on the field, at practice, and in her other roles on campus. She always supports her teammates with both kindness and energy. She has a willingness to help each individual on our team to guarantee the success of our program, offering positive feedback to her teammates, helpful suggestions, and encouragement. Her drive and passion for performing on the stage has helped her to lead her peers on the field too. Our second Coaches Award goes to Miss Lucy Stalwart. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2019 Fall Varsity Cheerleading Squad. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Coach Williams. Next up is football, so I'll cover that. In addition to the athletic director thank yous, I want to add some football coach thank yous. And starting off with my team parents, Ms. Cannell, who's done it for 2 years now, and Ms. Magruder for 18 years. And other parents, several other parents have helped them as well. Thank you to the cheerleaders. You girls are awesome. There's some nights you outnumbered us, but that's okay. They did a fantastic job. Really care for each and every one of you. Thank you to our managers, Mary Francis and Taylor Hunt. To our ball boys, which was a handful of kids from the lower school. And to my coaches, Coach Holland, Coach Schmock, Coach Dobie. And to my middle school coaches, Coach Hunt and Coach Dawson. And then to my lower school flag football coaches, Coach Dawson, and several of our high school people that are helping them. Olive Garden got plugged in as they provide us many pre-game meals. Mr. Cannell did a wonderful job as an announcer, and Miss Patty Rich, who handled our Player of the Week board, the videographers, the statisticians, the chain crew, and the Facebook Live guys that did a great job as well. So thank you all for all your help. As far as the season, I'm not one to sugarcoat anything. As far as wins and losses, we know what happened out there. Sound like an old man up here, but been coaching over 30 years, and this has to be my top 5 as far as being a very, very tough season. But I say that because I'm just being honest. But it's also my top 5 is being more proud than any other team I've coached. We could use excuses, but we didn't. I think I told them one time I'm going to use excuses 3 times, and this is one of them. I mean, we played teams that had 2 or 3 or 4 times the number of kids. We had 2 or 3 more times the number of coaches. Obviously, they were bigger than us, older than us, and more experienced. We had every excuse in the book, but we didn't use it. They kept showing up every Monday, ready to go to work. And many of the other teams' coaches, they see us on film and know what we're about, and they said their kids would quit. So I speak very highly if we give these guys a round of applause. When you go through tough times like that, I think everybody in here knows, especially adults, whatever facet of your life, you learn a lot more. You look at things closer, you try to figure things out, and you get things done, versus when you're winning and doing well, it's easy to go on to the next step. So these kids gained just an incredible experience, and you'll see they're mostly 9th and 10th graders. We had 4 seniors, but on average only had 2 of them out there at the time, 1 junior. And again, just facing these big guys, a combination of probably being reclassified next year and just being a year older will give these kids their paycheck next year. So with that, I'd like to call them up without my glasses in small print. So let me know if I forget anybody. Starting with the 9th graders, Eli Brown. Real slow because we have letters, and pens, and certificates. 9th grader, this will take a little time, Bryson Cronin. Where's your crutches? All right. Somebody stepped on his foot. Melts it. That's it. 9th grader, Charlie Dees. 9th grader, Ethan Fender. Not here right now, 9th grader, Henry Dawes. 9th grader, Daniel Hubert. 9th grader, Jack McDonald. That's his real name. 9th grader, Jack Rich. We go into our 10th graders, 9th grader, Sam Rogers, 9th grade, right? Okay, now we go into our 10th graders. 10th grader, Adam Bussey. Charles Cannell. 9th Luce. Andrew McKinney. Sharma. That chickened out. Our Lone Ranger Junior. Grant Kennedy. Of course, our seniors will miss. First one's played for us 2 years, and that's Mark Adams. Looking sharp. Gray Morris. Marshall Magruder. 4 years of Marshall Magruder, and then since 5th grade, John Bob. Our managers, Taylor Hunt and Mary Frances Ingram. Just like cross country, we have some all region, well, they have all state, we have some all region. Plaques aren't ready, but we'll get those recognized at a later date. We're moving into, we got 2 awards. Cavalier Awards. The first one goes to a 9th grader who's just coachable, has great technique, but is just a great kid. I mean, I can sit up here and talk about 5 minutes of it, but perfect example. It doesn't matter how big, slow, fast, small you are. You can play football if you really want to. When I asked the coaches for their input on who they wanted to nominate, they all said this name immediately, and that is Ethan Fender. Other individual, he's a 10th grader. He's played about every position for us. If he hasn't, he will. Whether it was quarterback, on the line, he was expected to learn every offensive line position, defense, and in the last couple of weeks, he really took a great role in leading. We tried something unique. I've never done it before in football. I've done it in other sports, but they coached themselves on Monday and Tuesday, came up with the game plan, led the film, ran everything about practice. Maybe it's a coincidence it was their best game too, so maybe they can start being coaches, but we did help on Wednesday. But they did a great job, and he was a big part of that. That's Charles Cannell. All right, 2019 football team, and we look forward to you guys getting those checks and benefits next year. Thank you. Is a new coach to the Brett family. She's got tons of experience. We're very fortunate to pick her up, and that's our JV volleyball coach, Coach Carl.
So when I took this job, I didn't know I'd have to do this, or else I would have reconsidered. But I wanted to say thanks to Coach Bland for putting my name out there for me to come into the prep family. I've enjoyed my time here, and I look forward to however many years I'm here in the future. Thank you for Coach Batchelor and even Coach Holland that interviewed me and talked to me and spent the time getting to know me, and also signed off on me coming. It's been a great season. I've loved getting to know the ladies and even help out with varsity. Real quick before I start on JV, varsity, you ladies are some of the hardest fighting young athletes I've ever seen. I can't wait to see what you guys do to the seniors. Best of luck in everything. I expect great things. During our season, we were very new. We had a lot of freshmen, which was awesome because we're just going to keep getting better and better. And one school that we kept, that I kind of used as our guideline of how we were doing was Evans High School. And the first time we played them, got creamed. Second time we played them, not so creamed. By the last time we played them, we took them to 3 sets, and that was a huge win for me and for the girls. Thank you to Ms. Sharma for being our team mom and always making sure that we had snacks. And for the parents of all the kids that trusted me with them. I really liked getting to know all of you and your daughters. And for Brianna Chinchuli for being our team manager. And for Miss Nini, the bus driver. If you guys haven't had her as a bus driver, get ready. She's awesome. She was our biggest cheerleader and always called us her queens. So thank you very much. So without further ado, it's right here. Our freshman starts with Charlotte Leroy, Maya Patel, Priya Sharma, Lila Pidcock, Caroline Smith, and Mary Weatherd. For 10th graders, Ava Chinchuli, Hannah McDonough, Sophia Pidcock, and our one junior, Bentley McCrary. And again, our manager, Brianna Chinchuli. Okay, and then for our Cavalier Award, I picked a young lady that I feel literally held the team together. If it wasn't for her, we probably wouldn't have done as well. And that goes to our setter, Priya Sharma. And then for our Team Spirit Award or Coaches Award, it goes to another 9th grader who, if I told her that she needed to run a mile before every practice, she'd be like, all right, let's do it. And that goes to Charlotte Leroy. Once again, this is your 2019 Junior Varsity Volleyball team.
Thank you, Coach. Next up, a man that doesn't need an introduction, been around here, been doing a great job. And this next group of girls did a fantastic job as far as, no offense exceeding expectations, but I went and saw them play, and even saw them play in the Final Four. Super, super proud of them. Coach Rich Bland.
Thank you, Coach Bachelor. I'd like to give us some thank yous, and we'll call the team up, do a brief recap of the season, and then give out our award winners. Thank yous, Coach Bachelor, Coach Holland, Mr. Jives, Mr. Willard, and Ms. Messer. Thank you for your leadership and support and all the things you do behind the scenes for the team, the program, and the school. Our trainer, Matt, he did an amazing job. And it's a year in which I believe our girls need him the least, which is awesome. Our girls are very healthy this year. For all the parents, your dedicated support, especially our team mom, Ms. Gwen Rosenblum, all the parents, all you do help keep all of our programs going. Students and faculty, thank you for your support during the season. especially senior night. It was great for all the support we had for our seniors. That was a special night for the team and a good victory over Hallelujah. We had assistant coach, or kind of we call her Coach 3, Hannah Rogers, our graduate assistant. She helped this year again. It was awesome with her leadership and friendship with the girls. And then a big thank you to first year JV coach Candace Carlson. I love the way she helped the JV team grow. It was great for me to see as a head coach, and the program is better for having you with us and looking for many more years together. I'd like to call up the team now. We will start with one of our 10th graders, Elizabeth Nesbitt. 10th grader, Jesse Rosenblum. Junior and co-captain, Virginia Chu. Junior, Jessica Doby. Junior, Haley Roth. Junior, Angela Shaver. Junior, Katie Sinex. Senior, Mia Joseph. Senior, Quinn Murray. And senior co-captain, Josie Stevens. As the girls finish coming on up here, I'll talk about the season a bit. The 2019 campaign began with 2 goals the team has really every year, and that's to win region and compete for a state title. We talk about putting numbers on the banner in the Mormon Athletics. The numbers could be region championships, Final Fours, and or state titles. Having graduated 6 seniors last year, and a team that won its 15th region championship and went to the Final Four, we knew we had a lot of work ahead of us. A lot of new faces, a lot of kills and passes and serves to go around with a new team essentially. In the region, we went 6-2. We missed out on winning the region title by 2 points, losing in a tough 5-set match to Loganville. The girls were disappointed. I was disappointed, but what I was proud of is that they reset their goals. They knew that they could still put a number on the banner, or maybe 2. So the team goes to the state tournament, and for the first time in school history, they advanced to the Final Four by being a number 2 seed. I was so proud. It was the toughest road to the Final Four the team has ever had. Those 2 matches on Friday several weeks ago were incredible. It was our 12th trip in 18 years to the Final Four, and I'm very, very proud of that Final Four appearance. Lost a tough match in the state semifinals and Final Four, but had nothing to be ashamed of. We finished with an 18-11 record and a whole lot of pride and hard work. As far as individual awards, we had 4 all-region players. I know the plaques already handed out and recognized earlier, I think last week, but they are Jesse Rosenblum, Angela Shaver, and co-captains Virginia Chu and Josie Stevens. And the highest honor you can receive in GISA for volleyball, really any sport, is All-State, and that is Virginia Chu. Like a lot of coaches will say, it's cliche, but it's true. It's hard to give out individual awards. It's extremely difficult, but the 2 awards this year go to 2 fine young ladies. The Cavalier Award goes to a young lady who led the team in kills and passing percentage, was second in aces and first in digs. She's a fierce competitor with a high motor. She makes her teammates better. She garners tons of respect from other teams and players. The Cavalier Award goes to Virginia Chu. The Coach's Award goes to a player who is just a great overall athlete and person with the willingness to learn to do anything for the team. She came out for the team and played organized volleyball really 18 months ago. She would go for any ball, extremely fast and quick. She saved some plays in the Elite 8 match in the state tournament that helped the team win. The Coaches Award goes to Mia Joseph. Team, we're very proud of you. Thank you for all your hard work. Let's put some more numbers on the banner next year. And here's your 2019 Lady Cavalier volleyball team.
Thank you, Coach, and again, congratulations, girls. Next up, our cross country, obviously, everybody knows they did another fantastic year, and congratulations to our new head coach, and she's going to be up here. This is Coach Lermo. We call her Coach P for easy, and her assistant is Coach Hill.
I'll speak on behalf of both teams first, as far as thanking people, and then I'll separate the boys and the girls. I just want to thank Coach Batchelor and Coach Holland for always making sure we had what we needed for the meets. A lot of stuff that I didn't know how to take care of, they were able to do for me. Thank you to my assistant coach, Hill. Literally could not have done it without him. He helped make workouts and helped with all the little everyday things. So thank you to him. Thank you to our team parents, Greg Howard and Harriet Melnick. They made sure we had everything we needed for meets as well. And thank you to the other parents, because a lot of parents helped out, who are technically our team parents. So thank you to all of the parents. And thank you to Coach Holodak, who literally answered my hundreds of questions like every day. I knew I could text him and call him any time of the day, and he would help me out because there were so many things that I didn't know. So thank you, Coach Holodak. All right, so I'll do the boys first. So the boys, they are amazing. They had an awesome season this year. They knew from the beginning what their goals were. They had their mindset on kind of coming back winning state this year after losing last year by 1 point. I know that they were very motivated and determined to come back and win this year, and they crushed it. Our seniors, especially, I have to thank. They were not only like some of our top runners and amazing runners, but they were great leaders. And when me or Coach Zach didn't have something, like they were ready and on the team, like, hey, don't forget to do this, like be here. They were dedicated and really helped me out. The boys won all but 2 of their meets and ended up winning region and getting a perfect score, which is pretty cool for cross country. We had the top 5 runners, and then even had number 7 as well. So we did really well there. And then they came back and they won state, so they got that championship that they wanted and deserved. So really proud of them. So I'll start with the freshmen for the awards. So we have just one, and that would be Hayes Trapp. Sophomores, we have Stephen Joseph. Sophomore Ben Monick. Sophomore Jimmy Reardon. And then we'll move on to our juniors. Junior Alex Schmock and junior Colin Schmock. And our long list of seniors who we will definitely miss next year. We have senior Gray Barbie, senior Brian Chen, senior Jack Collier, senior Josh Krausen, senior William Mayfield, senior Hayes Warlick. Right, and then our 2 award winners, we decided to do MVP and Cavalier Award. So our MVP award obviously goes to the most valuable player, someone who was our top runner throughout the season, individually got region champion and was runner-up at state, and probably the biggest accomplishment, he broke our school record by 40 seconds, which is huge for breaking a school record. So that would go to Hayes Trapp. who came to practice every day, who didn't complain, did what they needed to do. Overall, an amazing athlete and just a good kid to have on your team, and that person would be Ben Monty. So that is your 2019 boys cross country team. Ladies, I hope you like that song because I think they're going to play that for you tonight. Ladies, so I already thanked who I need to thank for them as well, because just the two of us, so thank you to all the same people. The girls kind of had an opposite season as the boys, but at the same time, you know, accomplished their goals that they needed to accomplish as well. The girls, unlike the boys who, you know, won most of their meets, the girls didn't even score as a team until region, because we didn't have enough girls racing to qualify as a full team until we got to our postseason, we got to region. So that was all over the place. We definitely, it was, you know, challenging to be in that situation, but they came through at the end. They all were there. They did what they needed to do, and they won region, which was a surprise to us for a second because of how cross-country scoring works, but they did it. And then at state, they slipped away with a 1-point victory over the second place team, so that was amazing as well. I'm really proud of how they did this season, so I'll go ahead and start calling the girls up here. So we have an 8th grader who got to run on varsity, so I will call our 8th graders first, and that would be Annie Trapp. Is she here? She's not here. So no freshmen, so we'll go over to sophomores. That's our longest list of girls. Our first one will be Porna, and I'm not going to butcher your last name. Sophomore Grace Ellis. Sophomore Taylor Hunt. Sophomore Beatty Joseph. And sophomore Amy Reardon. And then our lone junior would be Reagan Kennedy. And our lone senior would be Mackenzie Liu. So we did the same awards for the girls that we did for the boys. We did an MVP award and we did a Cavalier award. So the MVP award obviously goes to our best runner throughout the season. She, you know, was here all season. She was always one of our top girls. She was all region and all state, which is awesome. And also just an amazing person to have, especially while balancing another sport. I know that can be challenging, and she still did amazing in cross country. So that award goes to Amy Reardon. And our Cavalier award for the ladies, same for the boys. It was someone who came to practice every day, didn't complain about the workouts, did what she needed to do, was a leader even being a sophomore, was always there. I call her my assistant coach now that I'm just helping out 2 of our runners, and Coach Zach isn't here, and that award would go to Beatty Joseph. So this is our 2019 women's cross country team.
Thank you, and again, congratulations to those 2 state championship teams. Again, I apologize about my voice, but it's just a couple things I want to say before we depart. award winners, please stick around out front back here behind Coach Chris Kay for pictures. I emphasize and I request everyone please get with your coach and make sure you return your uniforms and any equipment. That quickly adds up in dollars. And as we enter our winter sports, I think we're about there with physicals, but let's double check those. And last but not least, guys, y'all done a great job as we enter to basketball and swimming. Let's continue to support our student athletes. Get out there to the games. You know, we're a small school right now, so anything and everything matters, and they know you're there. So please get out there. And one last thing, Coach Holiday, we'll be out there signing autographs. Thank y'all for a great fall.